Alright, let's color her boots, and for that I'm going to use E33, E35, E37, E39, and then E59 for the sole. So let's start with E33, and I'm going to brush that on the sides. And then E35. E37. E39, and then we're going to go backwards. E37, E35, and E33. And for the soles, E59. Alright, let's go work on the leaves now. And for the leaves, I'm going to use YG93 and YG97. So I'm going to start with YG93, and I'm just going to color the leaves all the way in. And then I'm going to highlight them with YG97, and I'm just going to use the lines that are already there. And just the very tip of my brush. And then to soften them, I'm going to go back over the YG93, and I'm just going to lightly tap my little lines. And I'm going to do the same thing for all of the leaves in the picture. flowers, I'm going to use R81, R85, R83, and R89. And I'm going to start with R81. And I'm going to color this first flower. I'm going to color it all the way in with R81. And then I'm going to add some shadows with R83. R85. R89. And then we're going to go backwards with R85. And I'm just going to tap right along the edge of my R89 just to soften that line just a little bit. And then I'm going to add R83. And again, just tapping right over the line. And then I'm going to go over the whole flower with R81. Okay, and then I'm going to do the rest of the flowers exactly the same way. Alright, those look pretty good. So let's color the patches on her pants too. And so for her patches I colored with R85, 83, and 81. And so I'm going to start with this patch over here, this little heart. And I want it to be darkest over here, so I'm going to lay down R85 first. And then R83. And then R81. And I colored this one blue on accident when I had to recolor it. So let's start with R85. Okay, so then for this patch, I used YG93, and again, the colorless blender pen, and I just colored the patch like we did the shirt. So I colored this whole thing with the colorless blender and my chisel tip. So I just have my chisel tip and my colorless blender, and I just picked a little bit up, and then I just colored right on top of it. And just, I wanted it to be a really light green. And then for the circles, I colored them with just the YG93 by itself. Alright, so that leaves us with the bucket and the stool leg. And for that, I used E33, or E35, E37, E39, and E59. And so for the bucket, I used, well, let's do the stool first. For the stool, I used E59 and E39, and it's just this little bit right here on the beside this leaf that's her stool. So I'm going to take E59 right down the side, and then I'm going to fill it in with E39. And then to lighten up those two middle strips on there, or this middle strip on the bucket, I'm going to use my blender pen 0 and just kind of rub it back and forth just to lighten it up just a little bit. And same with the bottom. And there, she's all done. I hope you enjoyed our January Copic coloring card kit, and I hope to see you next time. Have a great day.